No, no. What did you do with her? I know you're not that cruel inside. I'm begging you, Lee. Just tell us.
I don't know where she is. This is Lee Rodarte, a man taken into custody for being suspected of kidnapping and killing his co-worker, Savannah Gold. With no ideas of where Savannah could be, the cops knew getting this interrogation wrong could mean they might never.
Oh, me, she rejected his ugly ass. She ain't want to give him his number, and his ass tried to smoke her. Well, he didn't try, but
to kill her. What's even worse is that Lee had a foolproof story that was going to make sure Savannah was never to be found. Lee, however, is under the impression that he is smarter than the detectives. Little did he know, this would be a massive mistake for him. On the 2nd of August 2017, Savannah's family received text messages stating she was running away and quitting her job. The messages were riddled with errors, causing her family to panic and report her as missing immediately. Throughout the investigation, the police were grasping at
errors. They probably know she don't text how he was texting them. Bro, she probably was texting different. They probably figured it out already.
Straws until they were suddenly sent the CCTV footage from the Bonefish Grill where Savannah worked. The video shows her getting into a silver car in the parking lot before it began to shake violently, with the door being thrust open and pulled shut 3 times. The car then drove out of the parking lot and Savannah was never seen again. After a series of interviews, they discovered the car was identical to Lee Rodarte's, a manager at the grill and boyfriend to Savannah for around 2 months. Lee was immediately arrested on suspicion of murder and brought into the interrogation room. However, he was told by police it was for an unimportant traffic warrant. And that's when the following happened.
They told his ass it was for a traffic warning.
I'll say that here. You can go ahead and have a seat for me real quick. I'll be right back, okay?
Yes, sir. Being told the detective will be right back obviously implies to Lee that he won't have to wait long to be seen. It'd actually be 90 minutes before anyone enters the room again. Only a few days ago, Lee was interviewed about the disappearance of a girl he kidnapped, and now he's been handcuffed and taken into a police interrogation room. Lee will be feeling incredibly anxious now, but remember, he's confident that there's no way the cops have enough evidence to take him down. But unfortunately for him, the facade the detectives put up is all about to be ripped away.
Hey,
wait, this is a camera? What the fuck? I bet this is probably an outlet. This is an outlet camera.
Good. You remember me from the other day, Detective Reeves? It's my partner, Detective Saley.
The detective that enters isn't the same one that brought him in. It's the one who interviewed him about Savannah 3 days prior. Any comfort he found in thinking this was all unrelated has now been completely taken away and replaced with pure panic. But Lee's plan remains the same, so he tries to keep himself composed as he prepares for the onslaught of questions he's about to be hit with.
So, Savannah, you said that you knew her and you guys had, you knew her from work. I mean, just kind of fill me in with that. How long have you known her?
Like I said, I've known her obviously since she started working there. I would say probably about 8 months ago, we started hanging out outside of work. And at the time, I had a girlfriend, but we kind of connected, me and Savannah. So we hung out a little bit here and there, got pretty close. We come from, I guess, somewhat similar backgrounds, I guess you should say.
The question Lee was given was, how long have you known Savannah? A question that surely merits a fairly simple answer. When hit with a question like this, people who have nothing to hide keep their responses short, taking the questions at face value. But people who feel pressured will usually extend their answers to questions in an effort to seem as though they know what they're talking about. Something Lee will fall victim to.
So we kind of connected, hung out for a little while. I'd probably say a period of 2-3 months.
He is overdoing the game. They asked you one question, bro. I ain't gonna fake it.
Okay. And then she started using drugs.
It's like he already snitching on himself, gang. Like, why? How the fuck? They asked you, how long have you known her, bro? You said 8 months. Now you was talking about she using drugs. Now you talking about something 2 weeks ago. Now you talking about you had a girlfriend while you was fucking with her. Y'all connected better. Like, again, this is all coming back to you, bro. Like, now they know that y'all was hanging outside of work and shit. So now they know that, like, nigga, that look like your car. So you definitely is, like, come on, bro.
I did them with her a couple times, and then she started to get heavy into them, and
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
so I kind of just tried to take a step back and put things off, and then probably
And whole time, this story that he's saying is probably about his ass, bro. He probably saying why she didn't want to fuck with him no more because he started using drugs and she was doing it with him a little bit, but he started doing it heavy and she ain't want to do it. That's probably what he doing. But either way, your ass is cooked, bro.
month or so ago, I saw Savannah at work, and she looked healthy again. She gained a little bit of weight. We kind of were talking, here and there. We hung out
It did say she was 100 pounds though. I ain't gonna cap. She probably was on that shit.
a couple times.
Long live
she came
her.
over to the house, and we just kicked back, drink a couple beers, watch movies, stuff like that.
In total, Lee spoke for over 5 minutes in response to a single
One
simple
question, bro.
going so far as to detail specific encounters between the pair. Now that the detectives have even more reason to suspect that he may be hiding something, they decide to call him out on something small to gauge his reaction. In the first interview, Lee had told investigators,
At Harbor Freight, we design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No
he hadn't seen Savannah in a while. But if the CCTV footage is to be believed, this is a bold-faced lie.
And then as we hung out,
yeah,
after a
right.
couple of times, she brought drugs over. And I told her, I was like, you're
I
that
don't
text.
wanna hurt
Did
this
you?
shit.
I mean, you correct me.
That was the last
anytime.
time that I texted her.
Yeah, text or a phone call or messenger
Yeah.
or anything like that. 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay. And then the last time, when was the last time you saw her?
This is what I was a bit. I didn't tell you the truth when we talked about the fish.
Okay.
Last time I saw her was Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
I heard that she has been basically telling a lot of people at work that we hooked up a bunch, like a couple days before that. So I met her in the parking lot at Bonefish
When was this?
Wednesday afternoon.
Okay. Well, do you know what time or about?
It was about 5:30.
Okay.
Without realizing it, Lee has already provided us with enough evidence to assume
Like, bro, you just told them when you met her in the parking lot. What time she was reported missing, or what time the camera was the last time seeing her get in the car with you. Like, bro, you over it, bro.
he's guilty. We know he knew Savannah. He had the same vehicle seen in the footage, and he was present at the scene of the crime when it happened. Remember, Lee has no idea the cops have footage of the event. If he knew about it, he would have tried to provide an alibi that put him somewhere completely different. Unfortunately, though, this isn't quite enough evidence for the cops to get a guaranteed conviction. Instead, they need to push further to try and extract a full confession.
They still need like they need a little bit more from his ass, bro.
Something that will not come easy at all.
I parked and I said, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And she said, yeah, what's up? And I was like, I heard you've been saying some things about me and you continuing to hang out, and that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And she asked me, she said, can I come sit in the car? Because I just did some heroin and I'm a little paranoid.
It was never confirmed that Savannah did do heroin. Nobody in her life mentioned seeing or suspecting she used it. And even if
But I ain't gonna cap though, like, if you doing heroin or crack or some shit, like, bro, you not gonna let nobody figure out you doing that shit, bro. Like, if I did crack, nigga, ain't nobody in the world gonna know I do that shit. Like, what the fuck?
she did, she was headed to a shift at her job as this conversation was taking place. If she was able to do that without getting paranoid, it seems strange she couldn't simply have a chat in the parking lot.
So she came to sit in the car,
Hell
and
yeah.
I explained
Like, she was finna clock in to work and wait, is that what he said?
Was taking place. If she was able to do that without getting paranoid, job as suspecting she used it. And even if she did, she was headed to a shift at her job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't too fucked up to not get a ride or drive and ready to clock in. Like, nigga.
me and telling me that you're telling people when you're out that I'm boyfriend and girlfriend, and I said, I need you to stop, because for one, it's jeopardizing my job. We agreed to, split start talking mutually and just move on. But it was nothing more than that. And she said, I'm going to do what I want. I didn't tell anybody anything at that.
Now it sound like, bro, he's so fucking dumb. He dead. He's telling the truth right now, bro. He's dead ass. And now it's so stupid for him, bro, cause now he's saying that it was a situation between them, and it was basically with her, and she said all this shit, and now she ended up dead and kidnapped, and you was the last person to talk to her, like, bro.
At that point, I got out and I punctured the hole in the tire. And I said, no, stop. And I said, don't do it again, or next time it's going to be worse. It's going to be your windows. At that point, she had her phone in her hand. She got out of the car and walked towards the main entrance from San Jose.
Obviously, this entire explanation was crafted to try and create an alibi as close as possible to what actually happened. But the few small inaccuracies are actually glaring windows directly into the truth. We know that Savannah never left the vehicle in the parking lot, and that she drove away with him just minutes after getting in. Lee is
So that means she didn't have no fucking car. That means she got a ride there. She got dropped off. Like,
unwittingly constructing a mountain of evidence against him in the form of lies that he thinks he's getting away with. And he's not finished yet.
And it looked like she was either texting or calling somebody.
Okay.
Because as she started walking towards there's an entrance to the plaza. She was walking maybe towards this way.
this nigga looks
And
stupid, bro.
I would say an older model Ford pickup, green.
Okay.
Drove past me and around, and she got in.
Okay. How long do you think it was between the time that she got out and started using her phone till that green truck pulled up?
He finna say 5 minutes.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
He finna say 5 minutes, bro, because that's the basic fucking lie for everybody, bro. If you call a black person and they on the way and they taking forever and they supposed to be there an hour ago, you call their ass, they gonna be like, oh, I'm 5 minutes away. Like 5 minutes is just a standard number, bro. I knew he was finna say that capping ass shit, bro. Take his ass to jail, bro.
Using her phone till that green truck pulled up.
Like,
Maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. So wow. So if she called somebody, they got there in 5 minutes to pick her up.
like, bro, then, like, you mean to tell me some, like, fucking, what's the mechanic off damn GTA, bro? I think his name Johnny. You tell me that nigga Johnny the mechanic pulled up soon as she called to pick her up, bro?
Well, I mean, like I said, it looked like she was going to call somebody, and that's when the green truck came around, and she got in.
So she gets in the truck. What happened at that point?
They drove back around, kind of looped around a little bit.
Which way did they drive?
So I guess they exited that way, and at that point, I left.
Lee doubles down on the lie, again, thinking that this puts him completely in the clear, as he wouldn't have been the last person to see Savannah, but his decisions continue to work against him. Had he decided to stick closer to the truth, he might have been able to argue that he took Savannah somewhere else and then parted ways with her. But without the knowledge of what police have against him, Lee is left simply guessing and forced to make up stories on
That's
the
what
fly.
I'm saying, bro. He at least, if he was a good liar, bro, he at least could have said, oh, we going blah, blah, blah. Or we went somewhere and I left her there. We got into an argument and I never seen her again or some shit. But no, his ass gonna say, she got in the green truck when all the shit on camera, bro. It is 2025, nigga. They got cameras everywhere, bro. You hop in the lift, it's a camera looking at you. Like, bro, everywhere it's a camera, bro. You cannot, bro. If you go outside your house 7 days a week, bro, you will at least get seen by 1,000 cameras, bro. Like, bro, either somebody doorbell, a car, motherfucking Tesla, nigga. That Tesla figured out Julio Fulio whole fucking murder case in a week. Like, bro, cameras is everywhere, bro.
To argue that he took Savannah somewhere else and then parted ways with her. But without the knowledge of what police have against him, Lee is left simply guessing and forced to make up stories on the fly. This is why it's so important to call a lawyer,
This is what I was
innocent or not. In an interrogation, detectives are allowed to both lie and withhold evidence from you, putting you in a very difficult situation where you're at the mercy of their tactics and games. However, the second you bring an attorney into the mix, things get exponentially easier, as police are forced to turn over all of the evidence in their possession so they can put together a fair and sound defense for you. Calling a lawyer isn't just having a wingman at the interrogation room. It's an unlocked door that bypasses almost all of the police's tricks. It goes from them interrogating you to a legal battle. But, needless to say, Lee hasn't called a lawyer and has been left at a disadvantage from the beginning. If Lee was as smart as he thinks he is, he wouldn't have waived this right, and likely would be in a much better position.
What happened to your neck?
That was self-inflicted, actually.
Why?
I just have been having kind of a hard time.
Your neck?
I couldn't. Yeah,
Now it's a scratch on his neck. So now that shows that she was trying to fight back or some shit. And at the beginning, if y'all remember, they said the door was like getting pulled, like she was trying to get out, and he like slammed it back. Like, he's fucking cooked, bro. I don't even really want to watch the rest of this fucking video.
and
What did you use?
a knife.
When did you do that?
It's all from the farm and was reported to have been in good spirits in the pulses in his limb.
A knife.
It's also interesting to note that the detectives almost certainly noticed these marks just seconds into the interview. The decision to mention it now was a conscious one, done to try and build pressure. Lee would likely have anxiety regarding his last big lie about Savannah exiting his vehicle. Catching him so suddenly in a second lie right after will likely amplify these feelings and cause him to feel even more paranoia as the detectives continue. This is also likely
Hey, detectives know what they doing, gang.
why they immediately flip back to talking about the truck right after.
Could you see who the person in the truck was?
The truck had fairly tinted windows. I saw, a baseball cap.
Yeah. You see a guy, girl, white,
I
black?
couldn't really tell if it was a guy or a girl.
Okay.
I just remember seeing the truck drive and her get in.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm sitting in front and the truck drives right past me.
And then one thing I heard on another video, bro, is with the hand motions, bro. Like, it be like when you know you lying and shit, like, you can't just sit there, bro. You gotta be doing a whole lot of hand motions and movement, like, for like, I don't know, bro, but like, people is actually the same, but different, cause like, this nigga a weirdo, bro. But like, inside, bro, like, with the, like, I don't know how to explain it, bro.
Yeah.
And I saw a baseball cap through the
Bro,
passenger
shut
window.
the fuck up, bro. Convict this nigga already.
Right.
I had contact with that anybody knows of.
Sure.
The detective knows he's starting to catch Lee on the back foot, so decides to keep the pressure up.
So where's Savannah right now?
I don't know.
Where would I find her?
I don't know.
That's my.
There's some of the areas where I'm seeing lines. My forehead lines, I got crow's-feet right here. My frown.
My prime objective is to find her.
Yep.
And here's a couple reasons I need to find her. One is I'm hoping that she's still alive. And that's really, I really do, I'm holding out for that. And if she's not alive, then I think she and her family are due that knowledge. I think they need some closure. So where is she?
I don't know where she is.
Where is Savannah?
I don't know.
I need to know where Savannah is so
I
I can
don't
let
know
her family
where
know.
she is.
You don't know because you had something to do with her and you weren't involved in that part? I don't know. Tell me something. What can I work with?
I told you the last time I saw her.
That's not true because we have proof. We have proof. And that's why we're sitting here, Lee.
Like, bro, you think the detectives are in your face to figure out what the fuck you done already did, bro? Like, nigga, the detectives figured the shit out before, bro. If they didn't know what you was, if they didn't know this shit, bro, it would be two fucking police officers in that fucking room right now. Well, no, I think the detectives still interview you, but still, bro, like, come on, gang, you mean to tell me, like, bro?
At this point, we need this for her. I mean, I look at that little girl and I think of my little girl. My little girl who's her age. That's who I think about. That was my little girl. I couldn't imagine. I don't care what she said about you or whatever, but my little girl is that age.
Maybe.
And you're not telling the truth.
Maybe something gets out of hand in the car.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, you didn't do
Okay,
anything, but she was in your car. She never got out of your car. She never got out of your car. Lee?
This is where the true genius of these detectives start to shine.
I know exactly what they doing. I'm finna put it out there before I'm finna spit game, and I don't even know what's really happening. Now, what I feel like she lying. She ain't got no daughter that age. She probably do got a daughter, but not that age. She probably just saying that, and she not really crying, but she trying to make him feel remorseful to see how he react to, like, you know.
The initially quiet female detective suddenly starts to speak up. The male detective had a very deadpan, professional demeanor throughout the interrogation, so having that suddenly contrasted by a vulnerable, emotional-looking person being thrust in front of him will likely come as even more of a shock to him, especially as she starts to become more emotive and even starts to beg him.
She never gets out of that car. And you drive off. She never gets out of that car. There is no green truck, and that's not right to her. We're fact finders, Lee. I don't have anything personal against you.
No, not at all. I mean, it's
We're
over.
just fact finders.
Tell us what
We're
happened.
doing
Where
our
is she?
job. No. Where did you go with her? Where did you go with her, Lee? Be human. You're a human. You're a man. Where did you go with her? I know you're not that cool.
Like, Gay, you is already cooked, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I would never in life be in a situation like this, like right hand to Jesus Christ right now. But if I was, say I was, capital WAS, if I was, then nigga, if I know they got evidence, bro, come on, she's right here. Y'all want me to take you, like, she here, bro. I'm sorry, I fucked up. We got into it. I couldn't control myself. I blacked out. Whatever the fuck I gotta say to try to lessen my sentence, bro. Even though I'm going to get life, but like, I'm gonna at least tell them where the fuck I put the body, bro.
Cool inside.
Maybe you don't know where she is now. Where did you go?
Please. I'm begging you, Lee. I know you're not an evil person. I don't see that in you. I don't see that in your history. I don't hear those things about you at work. Is she still at your house?
No.
Okay. Is she still in your car?
No.
Okay. Well, where is she? What was going on in the back seat? For the doors to be kicked open. She kicked open that door 3 times, Lee. She kicked it. We saw it. And you know I'm not making it up because I wouldn't know this because I wasn't there unless we had video of it, correct? Yes, correct. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just a fact finder.
I mean, she was upset. She tried to slap me. I slapped her. She went to get out. I grabbed her around her waist and said, "Where are you going? Why are you hitting me?" She calmed down.
He's still
and
lying.
left.
Why would she?
He's still
do that
lying.
after that? Why would
I
she?
mean, we've gotten arguments plenty of times where she says she doesn't care what happens or anything like that.
All right. Sometimes people do wrong things, right? Sometimes people make mistakes. It's what you do afterwards. We got a family that needs closure. They are now coming to the reality that she's no longer with us. And you want people to remember you as a guy who said, okay, look, I'm going to do the right thing. Or do you want your family and everybody else to think that you're some evil, heartless person who won't tell us?
Bro,
the
he
truth?
already
I don't
done
think you're that
kidnapped her
guy.
and killed her,
I don't
bro.
think you're evil. Just tell us where she is. Closure for her family.
She was hitting me. She wouldn't stop. Like, squeeze back. Just squeeze back.
You squeeze her
He choked her out.
around her neck or around her neck? Where is she now?
Please tell us.
All I want to do is pond on my side. Clip and
He
clay.
threw her ass in a
Club
pond.
do clay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had long tip.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a few days later, a dive team recovered the remains of Savannah Gold, burned and almost unrecognizable.
Damn.
So much so that her cause of death couldn't even be determined. Lee Rodarte pleaded guilty to the second-degree murder of Savannah and in March of 2021 was sentenced to 40 years behind bars.
Meet Panera's
That's
new
crazy, bro.
ciabatta dippers.
And
A
the
big
fact
filter
that he
dipping,
got 40
here for a
years is
limited
even
time.
crazier. I ain't gonna cap.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too. But what if I told you there's this
Like, him getting 40 years is still wild, bro. He was supposed to get life, bro. Man, bro, them detectives, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I gotta watch they ass, bro. They be on some shit.